Entina eye Oliver Baka eye Vormawor okopie mu e appointment committee eye enim na ni na eye nsema eye Oliver Baka Vormawor ekoka eye mo to eye na Twitter just 4 days ago say eye appointment committee no omo gigiska free eye appointees no ho no before say omo be veti omo no eno ema eye appointment committee no enra omo tina so do omo buafu ema omo issue statement esamo eye Oliver Baka eye Vormawor so mepiem ene ewo eye appointment committee na nim no meji nsema no mechirem baby kura okohu omo so omo giska e dey free eye appointees no ho no ene obepiem ho no na in fact eye a lot of drama ene drama kese ene call so ewo appointment committee eye omo anim ho no na eye Oliver Baka eye Vormawor okopiem no ne lawyer ene call ye na edu baby omo hyase no ne se lawyer no ene yi nsem na no Nano ena eye MP so mo committee no so mo se da bi e we so Oliver eye Baka Vormawor ono ankasa ekasa nano ema eye amanfo so ka se da bi Oliver Baka Vormawor ha no mo de ne bae no mo ba be he se nsem no ogitum anaso ogitum finally no Oliver Baka Vormawor ogitum se nsem ne de on ne kan na mom nsem ne bi wo no mo onyo ne kan ye okeke kan nsem bi eye ne lawyer no so ebe kasa ye ebe kan se no Oliver act as a whistleblower eno ema eye committee no omo so disagree with him na nsem e ko ho de in fact a lot of drama ene unfold here ene e committee na ni
at all. Now if my picture, his picture is placed there and there is a statement and there is Oliver Baka Vormawor drops bombshell, and he is not the author of it. We need to get to the root of it to clear our image, and whoever is responsible for this allegation should be brought to book. Now, I will give the floor to other members and to state that it will be in our common interest to ensure that whoever is responsible for this is brought to book.
Mr. Chairman, just before, if I may respectfully just say that, it is clear from this that this is a report. This document or that statement is a report that's been set out by somebody. It's a reported speech.
There are two things. We are apologizing for the post, but what we are not responsible for the second one. That's all we are saying. Yeah. We are apologizing for the post.
Mr. Members, order.
Mr. Chairman, if I may just, we just want to declare that one.
Honourable members, order.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Chairman, so we
honourable members, order.
We want to make it clear that we are here. We made, but we are unable to apologize for the post we have not made.
Legal Counsel, on that basis, I agree. We will appropriately give him the floor to do the needful, but we need to be clear. And once we are clear, I'll open the floor for two comments, and then we'll get to a stage where he will be given the opportunity to apologize and pull down what he is taking responsibility for. And the committee will go further to deal with. Honorable Anodon, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Off your mic.
Please, can you off the mic, please, Counsel? Chairman, with your indulgence, I want to question the suspect, not his counsel. All my questions, I expect the suspect to answer, not the counsel. I want to lay that basis first. No, I want him to respond to the issues. No, I want him to answer my questions. He should answer my questions. Well, now, this is my first question. With the greatest of respect. No, I want him to.
Honorable members, let's have some order. Honorable members, let's have some order. Honorable members.
Good.
Honorable members.
Me. I don't have issue with this.
Order.
Okay.
Honorable members, order. Honorable members, once the witness is here with a lawyer of his own choice, why would the Constitution guarantee that right? Which right I must preside over its violation? I'm unable.
Chairman, it's okay. I'll proceed.
Very well.
To ask my question. Counsel, may I have your attention? I have your attention. You had earlier said that one of the posts is not or was not put out by your client. Yes, it was
Yes.
not. You said that?
I've said that repeatedly, sir.
Good.
Respect.
So, when did you realize this? When did this come to your notice?
Mr.
Wait,
Speaker,
we'll get to that.
well, I was. Yeah. Well,
I'm waiting.
yes, I'm ready. I just wanted to know that I'm ready. But it was the same day, with respect.
Good.
The same
So-
day, but after strenuous examination, investigation, you know, the social media world is so wide.
So, your client,
Yes.
how often, and I'm picking my words carefully,
Yes.
how often does your client go on social media?
Every day. Every day. He's a social animal. He's a social media animal.
Chairman, respectfully, counsel is not under oath. And secondly, Mr. Vormawor posted those issues on his account himself. So he's the right person to be answering those questions. Please.
Chairman, yes, you
I don't understand.
Chairman, if I have your permission,
Please.
okay.
He didn't post it.
It's the same thing.
Even the second comment is
We'll get to the.
I've been following the proceedings, proud to get in here.
Look at this. The post is not coming.
I believe that since the gentleman who posted
That one he admitted.
the
What is here to render.
document in question is here and is taking oath. All questions, as my respected colleague Boama said, must be directed at him. Counsel's responsibility would have to be to guide him and then come in on point of law where he believes that there's an issue of point of law or there's the testimony is going in a manner that he would have to intervene. Otherwise, I don't think that it is counsel who must be answering questions and the man is sitting somewhere. So, Chair, no, sure.
Counsel, I want to put it to your client that the post that he says or claims to admit to was posted on the 24th of January at 9:25 p.m. Is that correct?
Mr. Chairman,
no,
I've been instructed by
Mr.
my client
No.
to deny that statement.
He's on oath. Let him answer. Let him answer. He's on oath. It's okay. Allow him to answer.
No, with all due respect.
No, with the greatest respect, it is our position that let the man answer. Let him answer. Let him answer. Let him answer. Mr. Nanato, please let him answer. Please let him answer. That is the direction from the chair. Let him answer, please. Please get him the mic to answer the next few questions. Council, with respect, unless you do not want to submit to the chair, please let your client answer the question.
With the greatest respect, can I have direction from the chair? Because the chair made a certain statement. Now, this is the second one. It said that.
But what we are saying is that kindly, with respect. So I'm saying that this is coming from the chair. That please kindly give the mic to your client to answer the questions. On any matter of point of law, you can come in. No. Yeah, but he has to there is a question. Wait. There's a question from.
Learned Counsel, put your microphone off.
You should give it to them.
So, I recognize intervention from Roxanne Nelson, Honorable.
Chairman, thank you very much.
I want to remind you, I had not exhausted.
Chairman, thank you very much. Chairman, this committee is the appointments committee, and our mandate is clearly captured under Order 217, the 32 or the 30 and Order 31 sub-rule H. That's the content, that is the subject of this proceeding as we speak. It's already in contempt of court, of Parliament. So this matter must be disgorged and hived off to the Committee of Privileges. We are not mandated. We cannot. So the present exercise, however preliminary it is, for me,
the opportunity and listen to the words of his apology. Then as a committee, we can pick it up.
Attributable to you, and yet you stayed until you got an invitation from Parliament before you responded. Even after the invitation, you still went on and made further posts. Even after the invitation, you went on to make further posts. I am putting it to you that you have disrespected an arm of government. Your apology is an afterthought. You have no evidence of the allegation you threw to Parliament and the committee. And you are just on a frolic of your own, just to disrespect Parliament and thought that nobody was going to do anything to you. You should be bold. As bold as you were when you were putting out the statement, you should be bold to defend your statement today, not to come here and give us lame apology. Be bold and defend what you put out. As a man, that is what you should be doing.
Well, honorable members, comment.
Yeah.
So I give the floor to Honorable.
This committee has the powers of a high court. Yes. And let me refer you to Article 1036, that a committee appointed under this article shall have the powers, rights, and privileges of the high court. Kwame, I beg you. Rights, powers, and privileges of the high court or a justice of the high court at a trial for a counsel. Enforcing the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation, or otherwise. And B, compelling the production of documents. And C, issuing a commission or request to examine witnesses abroad. That is unrelated to this one. So, my comment, Chairman, is that the admission made by Mr. Vormawor with regards to the post on 24th January 2025 at 9:25 p.m., and I quote, "So all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay into the appointments committee just to get approved are those ones not affected by oral, ? Then the one that he's denying was also posted on the day after, 25th of January 2025. That NDC members on the vetting committee take money from Mahamad's ministerial nominees before approving them. The Deputy Speaker must submit himself to oral. Oliver Bakar Vormawor drops bombshell. He did not issue a disclaimer to that post to date. Chairman would say I shouldn't direct my question. He is before us. He is before us denying the origins of this post. And this today is the 30th or 29th. 4 days after, he hasn't issued a disclaimer to this. He comes here to tell us that, he doesn't know about it. Can this person be trusted?
Look at it, Kwame. Look at it.
Mr. Chairman, if indeed is the case that NDC members have taken monies from President Mohammed's appointees, let them defend it. If it's the case that you, Mr. Speaker, with all your reputation, and you chair the appointment, the Privileges Committee, you are being accused to the extent that if nominees appear before us, you put it to them. Ask them. Yesterday, you asked Honorable Omane Boama, you asked Honorable Ajekum, you asked Honorable Kennedy whether they've spoken to you, whether you've taken monies from them, whether members of the committee have approached them for anything, and they denied. How fake and dishonest will be such a person who claims did not know the origins of this, and after over 96 hours couldn't have issued a disclaimer to what he purports or not to have known anything about, Mr. Chairman. It's very, very sad and disgraceful for some of us to even pretend not to know the origins of this and to go and cover him up. I'm surprised.
We issue disclaimers.
Mr. Chairman, it is an afterthought on the part of Mr. Vormawor, and he must be made to pay the price for his sins, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I had wanted to draw the Honorable to the invitation. It's a legal matter. A legal matter.
Friend, just hold it. Let me take the last comment from...
Yes, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Do that again. So he should sin no more.
Thank you. Thank you. To apologize for what he takes responsibility for. And it is a clear signal to Ghanaians that what he posted, there is no evidence to that effect that the committee members have taken money or demand money from any nominee of His Excellency the President. So I believe where we are now, I will only give the opportunity to the ranking member briefly and then move on to give the opportunity to Oliver Vormawor before us so that we can listen to his terms of apology. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would need you to make certain clarifications, and upon those clarifications, I'm sure we'll be able to put this matter to a peaceful rest. I understood you to mean earlier that you were apologizing on behalf of your client on a post made by him, and then of course you had a disclaimer on another one. This committee, as Roxanne had earlier intimated, is only here to make preliminary determination, which determination would enable the chair of the committee very same to the plenary. Then upon that, Speaker would make a referral to the Privileges Committee. However, before that determination, and I must say here at this point, we are trying to establish a prima facie case to mount that contempt application.
My client says that he saw something, he heard other things, he was worried, so he came public.
That aspect of your submission, which you condition on your apology, that he was acting as a whistleblower. Do you want to maintain it? Yes, no. I don't want to keep you.
No, please. We respect. We respect. 50 years at the bar. I'm entitled, with all due respect, to appear to understand the processes being here. Now, I was drawing, Mr. Chairman, I've tried severally to draw attention to the fact that we were invited here specifically to under Article 1036 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 14. It's stated here. This is why we're here. We have not been brought here under Article 124, which is the general realm of contempt against Parliament. Article 124 would have had the right, as the Honorable Minority Leader is saying, to explain everything. Now, I am worried for my client in the sense that this committee, or for that matter, the Minority Leader, is indicating that what they are doing is a preliminary, stage towards mounting contempt proceedings or a serious matter.
Not necessarily. I don't intend to cut you. What we are, wait.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
I know you've done 50 years at the bar, but your newer generation can always assist you and to freshen your law. So we can always come because you've trained us well, and we have what it takes to draw attention to some discrepancies in the law. So you've done 50 years. I respect that. But please, pay attention to the proceedings. What we're saying is very simple. We've heard something. The committee has invited you. You have in fact given respect to the committee by appearing. The committee is finding out from you the posts. On this table, you have confirmed one post, you've denied the other. That is fair enough. Second, you are saying that the very post that you accept as coming from you, you apologize unreservedly. What we are saying is that to the extent that at this point you are rendering an apology, the matter dies and we put the matter to a peaceful rest. It doesn't travel beyond this table. However, in view of the fact that the very apology is laced with some conditions, we want to give you an opportunity again to then clarify. Because for me, if you maintain the position that, look, you were acting as a whistleblower and that you acted based on what you heard and you had reason to rely on it, we are both counsels. Reliance, was it reasonable to rely on it? In relying on a fact, would you end up hurting somebody's interest? The reasonability test in law of torts that every student knows. At what point do you rely on a matter? No, Chair, let me finish with respect. At what point do you rely on it? The whistleblower law that you refer to, including your right therein, at what point do you invoke those rights? So I am just drawing your attention to all these matters to then invite you back to the earlier point. That are you saying that I am sorry, I shouldn't have posted this, let's end it here? Or you are now saying that you are a whistleblower, you've heard, and that as part of your democratic right, you have to. You, as a former chief of staff, knows all too well the effect of some of these statements on the reputation of the country and its institutions. You've been in government, you've been part of the national security architecture of this country, and you can tell the effect of some of these things on the very democracy that your client says he's exercising his right under, I would want to ask, based on your response to me as a final response, I would then be able to confer with chairman, and then we know what to do. Are we accepting an absolute apology, unconditional apology, to put this matter to a peaceful rest? Is that where we are, counsel? So that we know what we are doing. Are we putting this matter? Chair, relax.
Chairman, Ato, one second.
Please, you don't have the floor. Let's let him.
So, Leonard Counsel,
conclude.
Are you here with an unconditional apology on the ownership of the other statement? An absolute one, unconditional. Say so in clear language. Let's leave here. If you feel strongly about some other things that indeed you've heard and you believe that verily same is true and you believe that is your right and you have to express it, say so. Then that one you cannot be apologetic about it when you feel strongly that indeed your source is reliable. Then we can escalate. But as we speak, you are not before a committee holding contempt proceedings. No. We are doing preliminary verification, validation of what has come to us. So I leave the floor to you, guided by what I have just put out. Thank you.
Before you come in,
1 second.
Leonard Counsel, when you raise the issue relating to Act 720, I brought it to the fore that particular law, the Whistleblowers Act, laid down a procedure for a whistleblower to follow. And it is definitely not social media, because action taken at social media has its own implication, and somebody who really wants to act as a whistleblower has a procedure to follow in blowing the whistle for a necessary action to be taken. So I thought the issue relating to being a whistleblower has settled by that statement made by the chair. So I do not want a situation where issues relating to a right under the Whistleblowers Act will then again be a subject matter of discussion. So if he is here to render unqualified apology, then we'll give him the opportunity so to do, so that we can bring this issue to an end.
Well, Mr. Chairman, first of all, let me apologize for my lack of clarity to this committee. Maybe that's what's led to all this. But I did say, right from the word go, that two statements were made. The second one, we rejected completely. The first one, we said, yes, we made that post but we gave a certain reason and indicate that if that statement appears or seems to have,
Counsel, with the greatest respect, as we sit here, very respected senior citizens of this country are engaging us. We were initially divided on this matter. Please help your client. It's not a matter of Leonard. We respect you. You know, it's because I'm sure he knows why he chose you. You are a respected counsel. This issue of if, are you rendering an unqualified apology? If not, let's close this matter. Are you apologizing and are you going to pull it down and all? Let's close this matter, because the speaker is of the view that we should manage this thing, and that is why we are managing. But you cannot continue. We give you the chance, 50 years at the bar, this at the bar. No, Mr. Nanato does it.
I would have protested.
No, you can't protest if you want us to have one. No, because I've opened the window for us to solve this matter. This is not an NDC MPP matter. No. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
Chairman, with the greatest respect, I am no. We want to solve it, But this is not a matter of 10 years at the bar, 50 years at the bar. We are solving a problem. We have no, please. Honorable, respected former chief of staff, respected politician and counsel. We are here to cooperate with you to solve a matter. We've also listened to good counsel. If you realize, both sides have come to a conclusion to solve this matter so that we don't escalate. I repeat, are you rendering an unqualified apology with the understanding from you that you are going to pull down the post? Yes, no. Let's proceed.
Yes, Chairman, before we proceed,
record that the statement that he admitted to be the author is the one that we are asking him to render the unqualified. He said, I am not the author of this particular statement. I am not the author of this particular statement. It is incumbent upon the committee to deal with it regarding whoever is behind the statement. So we are limiting him to the statement that he admitted to be the author. Unless he's ready to provide evidence of what he is saying, let's proceed. You render the apology, and then you just pull the statement down, and then we walk away.
Chairman, and also issue a disclaimer on that one. It's very important because the lawyer can only speak on matters of law. And Mr. Vormawor has all the facts known to him, and in whichever capacity is seated there as a witness or whatever,
Patrick Honorable Patrick Buama, this must come as an advice to him. After he has rendered the apology, then we advise him that once you said you are not the author of this particular statement, we expect you to really issue a disclaimer. And your disclaimer will even help the committee to take the person on to your client.
No, unless I'm, Mr. Chairman, with due respect, unless I'm ruled out to speak. But I'm here representing my client, and it's my duty and obligation to ensure that he doesn't run into any challenges which is not entitled to be pushed into. If we want to, what we want to do is to ensure that we don't end up making statements which will appear to incriminate us and violate our right to self-incrimination. I will, in a moment, allow my client to make a response, but our point is that, yes, we made that statement, but we are saying that it was not intended.
Honorable Chief of Staff, are you doubting the integrity of this committee?
No, I don't know where.
So that is why we are giving you our words. Oh.
Honorable Chairman and members of the Appointments Committee, I am grateful for the opportunity to appear before you to address concerns regarding recent posts on social media and subsequent misreporting or other ones that have been generated which has caused apprehension within the distinguished House. I want to begin by reiterating my utmost respect for the committee and its constitutional role and the job or task it has to vet persons to high office in this country. Yesterday, I watched the proceedings and was eagerly looking forward to the vetting of Dr. Mani Buama, a man of enormous integrity and respect. I want to extend my apologies to him that his vetting process became the subject of, in some respects, overshadowed by conversations about an alleged post. I'm grateful that the committee in its wisdom has invited me and, in fact, also allowed the vetting to continue, which allowed Dr. Mani Buama to show his grit and integrity. Mr. Chairman, yesterday, the second Deputy Minority Whip and Member of Parliament for Weja, Gbawe, the Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shaib, read a statement which is being referred to as the second statement, which was repeatedly attributed to me. As has been said categorically, those statements were not mine. At no point did I accuse the chair of this committee or members of the NDC for having asked for or to be given money or to submit themselves to oral. It is in fact on record that I've praised the chair of this committee for his leadership of the committee during the ministerial vettings. And these were my comments, sir. May God grant us all the serenity and maturity of Honorable Ahiafo Bernard for in the face of grave immaturity and tantrums, he retains his dignity. To those of you who say he's weak for refusing to engage, I think that he has shown that strength is not loud, it is patient and deliberate. Mr. Chairman, I categorically disassociate myself from the comments attributed to me, I mean from subsequent remarks that have been made by others that I was accusing certain members of this committee for corruption. The misinformation, as I said, was appeared on a Facebook post under one NPP Projects Bureau. In fact, there's evidence that 4 days ago when the post appeared, I commented on it as being fake. The same post found its way into platforms of various lawyers, and repeatedly I disassociated myself from those comments and said that they were fake. We're happy to provide the committee with evidence of same. I unfortunately must also address the claim that it is a notorious fact that he's a member of the NDC. In fact, I must say that the victory of the NDC, now everybody says they are NDC members. But this is completely untrue. I have not been a member of the NDC in the past, and it is my hope that my ideology, which has always been stated, I've always voted consistently for the CPP, and I will continue to do so. Mr. Chair, I want to, in fact, provide context and clarity to the post that have caused consternation before the committee. In fact, when I was making the post, I was referring in many respects, yes, to information that I had, and also in particular to these types of allegations that come up often and that plague this committee and its honorable duty before it. The intent of the post was to invite persons who were reaching out to me in my inbox because of the work I do, that there ought to be a process by which they submit themselves to. Now, in my choice of word, in fact, if you look at the statement that was made, that have been shared with me, you'd see that the post has been edited several times because I'm trying to convey the right tone. Unfortunately, perhaps lacking the gift of the gab, I made the post in a manner that suggests that I was accusing specific members of this committee to this. And Mr. Chair, if you allow me to further draw the committee's attention to the real import of that post and what I was trying to achieve with it.
Please, there is no need reading the statement. We all have copies. So just proceed. Just proceed with your apology.
Mr. Chair, the truth is, despite this, I was in fact working on an article concerning this very issue. And that the context of the post were reflections that I were having in connection with so many issues that I found as part of my research. And if the committee would allow me, I'm able to provide that again, context and clarity. I say unequivocally, Mr. Chair, on Monday evening, I watched the current majority leader on City TV's point of view. He spoke about concerns he and others has raised in the past regarding improper approaches that have been made to the committee. I am aware that an ad hoc committee was set up by the House which found that because it did not provide documentary evidence of improper approaches, he should apologize. Today, he stands elevated among his peers. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Manasseh Azure published a book, The President Ghana Never Got. This was his words in the book.
Please, are you going to render apology? We are not interested in what Manasseh has said in the past. Please. Please.
Mr. Chairman, I crave your indulgence for context and clarity. I crave your indulgence for context and clarity as to why my post. In the book, Mr. Manasseh said, Muntaka never mentioned that the only cash that came to the appointment
Mr.
committee...
Oliver Baka, Vormawor, are you going to do justification or you want to render an apology and we close this meeting?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, I have no intention to lecture the committee. If the committee resolves that the context of the post is irrelevant to the commission, the question here, I'm happy to proceed as the committee has directed. Now,
Proceed as the committee has directed.
Mr. Chair, I am saying here clearly that my post was not intended to disparage members of the committee, and I have not intended to say that members of this committee have received or demanded bribes from various individuals. At no point was my statement intended to communicate same. And for those reasons, I apologize. Mr. Chair, the reason why I have left the post on and not deleted it, in fact, I did contemplate it, was because I saw that the words had been twisted and that it became imperative, as I indicated, and the clarity has been brought to it. I'm happy to.
Sure. You are hereby advised to also do a disclaimer. A disclaimer of what you claim you are not responsible. Then we can pick it up from there.
Most grateful. I reiterate again categorically, and for all intents and purposes, as I have done 4 days ago and continue to do, that I have at no point uttered those words. All I know about the statement that appeared on an MPP Projects Bureau Facebook account. That's it. I don't know the source of it.
Thank you very much. You may now proceed to let us have copies of your disclaimer at the various platforms.
Most grateful, my chair. I'm happy to provide same.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, the apology.
Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. To our friend Oliver, for me, I think what you've done, if you follow it through, it will help all of us, including you. So please proceed as you have said to do the needful. That's all about it. Thank you, Chairman. You may proceed.
So we tie the course of committee no anymore. Now to be say, in fact, and what we tie bibia no to say usua here ewom. Adesua kese ewo ho no we see na yesua ewo ho no. Oliver Baka Vormawor or finally or pacho the my committee no ka say ensam ne de baby okote no and ma na be kan bi ya atete no ka bi bibia no ho no sa aha Dowona ti be chawawe e conversation